The story begins in western Arizona. We have just spent the last month stranded in Phoenix while attending to upgrades and maintenance on the van, and we are both eager to flee the confines of the city. Our compass is once again pointed south, and we begin the journey towards the Mexican border. We have coordinated with friends to meet us at the same staging location as last year, an old abandoned military airstrip located just north of the Mexicali border crossing. We'll stay here for a few days to collect ourselves and attend to some final maintenance on the van before plunging ourselves into the depths of the Baja Peninsula.
Frutas. Yummy.
This winter we're crossing the border with our island friend Nick and Chris and Lisa, a couple we met in Tucson, all of whom are new to Baja and have never crossed. It can be a daunting experience to do your first vehicle crossing into a new country, so we'll help these fellow nomads weather their first crossing. As we are now at the end of the break-in period for our newly installed gears, it's time to drop the oil out of the differential, inspect the gears, clean, and refill with new oil. I'm pleased to see no signs of improper wear on the gears and what looks to be like a good break-in. After the last month, this is a welcome relief.
Alright, just dropped the cover. We're at our 500-mile break-in. You can see the pattern. It looks beautiful. Well, there you go. I would say that Let's Roll does a really fine job of setting up gears. Inside too, it looks really, really clean. And then there's nothing in the oil like that dip. There's no flakiness or anything like that. And there's barely anything on the inside of the on the drain plug. So I think it's been really good.
With our maintenance done and everything squared away, we watch as our final day in the United States comes to a close. Tomorrow, we cross into Mexico.
Hi, Lisa. Are you brushing your teeth right now? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about going to Mexico this morning? Mm-hmm. Okay, she's thrilled. Are you fearful in any kind of way? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Un poquito? Oh, nice. You've been practicing your Spanish? Thumbs up. Baby.
Yeah.
We're going to Mexico today.
Yahoo!
You excited?
Very, very, very excited.
How excited?
Like, so excited to jump into the ocean.
Yes.
Yes.
A quick meeting before we leave, and then we're on the road once again.
Well, we just finished shopping. First shop in Baja, Mexico. And Meg has filled up 2 more grocery bags full of fruit. Even though Every single food receptacle
What?
storage area in here is full of food except for our basket. But I don't think our basket can hold all of
It's
this.
empty.
Okay. Megan is now gonna pull a magic trick and store all of this. Right?
Correct.
And what do you know? She has resorted to once again using the dash storage, which she is not supposed to use.
It's okay. It'll be gone tomorrow. Those two things are ripe, so we gotta eat it.
Yeah, until you put more there.
Yeah, you're right.
To our first beers in Mexico.
Our plan for our first day or two in Mexico is to stay on our favorite beach just south of San Felipe to wait for our friends Micah and Lindsay. Then press on to complete a back road route to Bahia de Los Angeles, or so we thought.
And we can now take this time to air down tires.
A little too far with the old tire. Might have been me.
It's always good to get a feel for the sand immediately upon driving onto a Baja beach, and especially good for those that haven't done it before. For Chris and Nick, this was the first time driving onto the beach, and a quick trial by fire was needed.
Oh, she's real deep, real soft here.
Proud.
I wouldn't come any further. Yeah, just like that, keep on going.
No, you don't drive in a sand with two-wheel drive.
Just a little bit stuck.
May have already buried himself. Chris, what'd you do?
Uh-oh. I'm too heavy.
You got a ball and chain with you too.
It's working great. It's really holding me back.
There you go.
Oh, they gonna do it right now?
You like it?
So, what's on the menu for this morning?
Machaca breakfast tacos. Thanks again, Jose.
So, for all of those who don't know what that is, what is machaca?
Machaca is like beef jerky, but it's shredded, so it's kind of like I don't know, meat fluff.
Meat fluff. Can you knit with it?
Maybe.
Can you make a meat
Meat-
sweater?
A beef blanket?
Yeah. Let's get a beef blanket.
Mr. Nick,
Ah,
ambush video
no,
interview.
no. What do you want to know?
What are your thoughts on Baja thus far and this beach?
It's pretty hot here. I woke up and put on shorts this morning. There's lots of cool shells. I was gonna come bring them and put them in Alex and Meg's van because I knew how much Alex loves to listen to the clinking of shells while he drives. So I might sneak those in there later. But I think that you should start off every morning in the Baja with a nice walk before anything.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go snorkeling later. Maybe
Yeah.
find us some crabs or something.
Cool. Well, here we go. One last repair to make the van feel like 100-ish%. So what I believe has happened is there's a bushing in the extension tail housing at the back of the transmission, and I think that it's wearing out, and that's where we're getting like a high-speed vibration kind of drone in the drive shaft. So
I got the seal and I got the bushing, and I'm gonna pull the extension housing now and replace it. Called the extension housing. So I believe this is what's leaking. So there's a bushing right down in here that centers the drive shaft, and I believe that it's just worn. So first thing I'm going to do is just compare the parts that I have, make sure that the seal is the same and the bushing is the same, and then once I know that, then I'm going to punch out the old bushing and replace it. So there's the new seal. And there's the new bushing. There. Aha, gotcha. Cool. Time to punch the seal out of the bushing. There we go. Took a little bit, but well, something kind of concerning that's happened. The new bushing that I have slid right in. It's not supposed to do that. Just put a bit of grease on it and pushed it in with my finger. I checked it. It does go over the drive shaft yoke. So I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna have to drive around with it for now and see how it does. But maybe later on I'm gonna have to replace it with a proper bushing, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so after trying to get the drive shaft yoke into the extension housing, the bearing or the bushing is so loose that it just pushes out as soon as I put the yoke in. So we're trying to figure out what exactly to do. We were thinking of using JB Weld, but I think the likelihood is that it will never come out in that case. So alternatively, we're gonna use a little bit of red Loctite, and that might get me by until either it fails or we make it to a mechanic to do the proper fix. So yeah. And before long, Micah and Lindsay found us on the beach.
I don't know what this guy's doing.
Well, we made it. This thing's so heavy.
Hey!
What's up? How's it going?
You guys kind of look like you're sinking.
Yeah, I need to probably let some air out of the tires.
Yeah, probably.
Well, the Loctite option is a last resort. I'm still exercising some options to find the proper bushing. So we're not out of hope yet. But we got nothing else to do but wait, so we're gonna go for a swim. The first swim in Baja 2024. Whew! The thing I'm quickly learning about living on the road, and especially after the last month, is that letting delays frustrate you and needing control over a situation will only serve to lessen your enjoyment of life. We're out here to fill our lives with experience, and that means the easy, fun experiences and also the tough, memory-making experiences. So, for now, we'll enjoy whatever comes. Well, I think I've stranded us here for a little while. Turns out, after a little bit more research, that there's a completely different bushing that's supposed to go in our tail housing. The one that we got is actually from a later model, but at the parts store they still list it as a 2006 or later, but it's actually from the generation previous. So today I'm going to be working towards finding the correct part and figuring out a way of getting it down here, which we still have a lot of options, but I have to do a lot of calling around first. We're probably going to be here for a week. Well, if we're going to be here a while, we might as well set up the solar panels. Ouch. I just pressed send on the order from O'Reilly's Parts. Turns out that Chevy no longer makes just the bushing. You have to buy the entire tailhouse extension. So I'm just going with another O'Reilly's product, the proper product this time. And I think if it's loose, then I'm just going to Loctite it in. We happened to meet Chris from Stringless Theory in San Felipe the other day, and we're using his mailing service since he lives here in San Felipe, and packages are sent to a mailing address in Calexico, and then they're brought down to San Felipe. So big thanks to Chris and Julie from Stringless Theory. Check them out on YouTube and on Instagram. And yeah, now it's just a waiting game.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, sweetie.
The following days, we enjoyed some well-needed catch-up time with our friends. Micah and Lindsay, needing to get south to the van event in La Paz, parted ways, and our posse was once again down to 5. See the fish.
He's got them.
He's got the fish. How much did you guys catch? Fish. How many?
Kept 5. One for each of us at least. One fish for everyone.
Let's see him again. Oh dang! Oh,
eating fish tacos tonight.
Fish tacos.
Yeah, they're all pretty consistent, hey?
Yeah, pretty close to the same size.
Yeah, that one looks like the smallest, maybe.
I don't know where my fillet knife is.
The whole time we were out there, I was like, oh, this thing's gonna stink after.
You want a table or?
Yeah.
It's the vibe you've got.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
I owe you guys.
I was sitting there for...
Oh,
Look how to properly process these guys. Yeah, no, there's bones, guys.
Might just be better to like pick all the meat apart as you put it on your taco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're quickly learning that this particular species of fish is totally full of bones.
Yeah, okay, we won't keep this one anymore.
So many bones.
Me with
Chris, I can't see you right now, but tell me what you just found out.
Well, our dinner tonight turns out to be a bonefish. Makes sense, considering our pile of bones.
Massive pile of bones. Oh my gosh. Lucia Cortez just owned you guys. Well, the part has arrived. It actually arrived yesterday. And we went to town. We met with Chris and Julie from Stringless Theory. And yeah, we got our part. And now the new bushing is installed. It is the correct bushing. You'll notice the difference. I don't know if it's going to really show up on the camera here. But on this bushing, there's just these kind of diagonal slots in the bushing, whereas in here there's a slot that goes all the way around, and there's also a oil delivery hole in there. But yeah, we get to reinstall, and we will be mobile by late this morning.
Alright, there we go. Everything's reinstalled. Now we just have to put the drive shaft in.
Well, repairs were successful. The drive shaft is back in. Betty can move under her own power, which means it is finally time to move to a new spot after an entire week here. As always, thank you so much for being here, guys. We really appreciate you guys following along. If you liked what you saw here today, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please leave a comment. We'd love to chat with you online, and we'd love to know what you liked about the video so that we can make our content better and more watchable. So until the next one, keep on roaming. Peace.